Today is Monday, August 11th, 2025. Welcome to Business World Review, what you need to know. The impact of President Trump's recent tariffs on businesses, particularly small businesses, has been a major topic. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce estimates that small businesses could face a collective annual tariff hit of $202 billion, with an average of $856,000 per firm. These tariffs, which vary from 10% to 50% on goods from specific countries, have created significant administrative burdens and increased costs for smaller companies that lack the internal resources of their larger counterparts. There's a growing concern that these tariffs will lead to higher consumer prices for everyday goods, as some businesses have already been absorbing a portion of the costs. A surprise move by the Trump administration to impose tariffs on Japan and South Korea has also been reported, adding to the uncertainty. Inflation and economic outlook. Investors are closely watching for new inflation data, with the Consumer Price Index for July expected to show a 2.8% year-on-year increase. This remains above the Federal Reserve's 2% target. There are growing fears of stagflation, a scenario where high inflation persists while economic growth slows. Some analysts believe consumer spending is already slowing, which could drag the economy to a near standstill in the second half of 2025. A Federal Reserve governor has expressed support for 3 interest rate cuts this year, citing a weaker than expected July jobs report as a concern for the labor market. However, there is a lack of consensus within the Fed, and the president has publicly urged the central bank to cut rates. Consumer confidence improved slightly in July, but assessments of the labor market weakened for the 7th consecutive month, with the percentage of consumers saying jobs are hard to get at its highest level since March 2021. A recent survey indicates a notable jump in small business AI adoption, with 68% of owners planning to significantly grow their workforce in 2025. There are reports that Intel CEO is scheduled to visit the White House after the president called for his resignation over alleged ties to China. Factoring can meet the cash needs of businesses impacted by rising tariffs. Contact Chris at Versant Funding to learn if your business is a factoring fit.
Producers can benefit from the working capital factoring can provide. Contact Chris Lehnes of Versant Funding to learn if your business is a factoring fit.